What is going on? TripleM back with another video. Welcome back to the RDA. I hope you are doing well. Please do hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are a Manchester United fan, or if you just like talking about football in general. We will be doing more general topics in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's get into it. Alex Telles is our first talking point for this video and probably our only talking point. Manchester United have been linked with the 27-year-old Brazilian. Now, on paper, this signing does look like a really good signing for Manchester United, right? He's not that old. He's actually got probably 5 or 4 good years in him, and I think we could use some of that at the highest level. I think he is probably in his prime, or as close to his prime as he will get in his career. He had 11 goals and 8 assists last season. As a fullback, that's pretty impressive, and I think with the problems that Manchester United have going forward, I think he could offer us so much more than what we currently have, right? Like, we've spoken about Aaron Wan-Bissaka probably being one of the best right backs in the Premier League defensively when he's on it, when he's on his game, and after the amazing season he had last season, bar the restart. However, the problem with Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going forward, he's not that good, and he looks robotic. He looks out of it sometimes. He just seems very unnatural. I use the word robotic for lack of a better word. But comparing him to Wan-Bissaka is pretty much null and void because he is a left back after all and not a right back. So let's compare him to Luke Shaw, our main left back at the moment. Obviously, he's levels above Brandon Williams, and Brandon Williams probably should be playing on the right anyways. So I suppose a huge positive from this deal is that Brandon Williams would probably move out to the right and be a backup for Wan-Bissaka, and it works. It works. Luke Shaw, Alex Telles. Let's compare the two. I think Luke Shaw is a very polarizing figure in the Manchester United dressing room. Not as polarizing as the Paul Pogbas and the Brunos and the Martials, but he's up there. I would say he's top 5 most polarizing players at Manchester United at the moment, because on the one hand, you have the sensationalist football fans, or the sensationalist United fans, who just have completely written Luke Shaw off and won't change their opinion about him, and that's that. I think the reason why Alex Telles offers us something different down on that left-hand side is because I think he might just be a little bit more clinical in terms of getting goals and assists than Luke Shaw does. I think Luke Shaw gets into a lot of situations where he should have assists and he should have a lot of goals, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that him and Marcus Rashford, for all the synergy that they have, Marcus Rashford has bottled a lot of chances, down that left-hand side that Luke Shaw has handed him on a platter. Martial is not a typical number 9, so he's not always in the box on the edge of the penalty area looking for that chance. So oftentimes Luke Shaw's only option on that left-hand side is to either run on the overlap and give Marcus Rashford an extra option when he decides to cut in, or to run all the way to the edge of the box and then play a ball back or into the box and hope that somebody's there. And as simple as that sounds, the reason why it doesn't work efficiently at Manchester United, in my opinion, is because we don't always have someone in the box, right? We try to carve teams open through the hold-up play that Martial has, and the intricate 1-2 passes between him and Rashford, between him and Greenwood, as well as the assistance from Bruno and Pogba from behind, right? We don't really have one focal point in our attack. We might have a good thing going. Obviously, Luke Shaw probably wouldn't get benched immediately, but he will inevitably get injured. And so I think when you compare these two, going forward, Alex Telles might be better. The only reason I say might, and that is a key word, is because I think that Alex Telles hasn't really proven himself in the Premier League, so we'll just have to wait and see. Another worrying factor with this Alex Telles deal is the fact that Manchester United aren't the only team that's in for him at the moment. I think Porto are trying to get him to extend his contract over there. There is another Premier League club that's reportedly involved with him, as well as a few other big clubs. So it's difficult with Alex Telles. It's difficult to get optimistic about this deal, because I'm sure a lot of you watching will like Alex Telles. He's Brazilian, he's a left back, he's 27 years old, he plays for Porto, and he's a pretty good player. He is a really good player, and if Manchester United were to sign him, I'd be very excited, but I just don't know if it will happen. I'm not as confident about this deal as I was about the Sancho deal, and as well as other deals like Bruno Fernandes, for example. I do think that this is an interesting signing because we've signed Van de Beek. If we add Alex Telles to that, we definitely are strengthening our team. But is it what Manchester United needs at the moment? And you can let me know in the comments down below what your opinions are. What do you think is the priority position? If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you'll know that I think the number 1 priority position for Manchester United is still that right wing position. We have not had a right winger who's locked that side down for pretty much the last several years now, I would say. And then the centre back positioning. And if somebody said the centre back position is far more important than the right wing one, because at least we have Greenwood up front, but we don't really have anyone because Maguire is like a bag of cement in a sand pit, or a fridge in a sand pit. That's what we're dealing with here. Who costs £80 million? Disgusting. Anyways, I think the reason why I'm concerned about this Alex Telles deal is because I don't think the left back position is a priority position. I could make an argument that we need a right back just as much as we need a left back, because if you take away the injury record argument, Aaron Wan-Bissaka hasn't been a good player since the resumption of football after lockdown, right? So we are basically relying on Timothy Fosu-Mensah, who played atrociously against Crystal Palace, by the way, as well as Diego Dalot, who's basically a ghost nowadays because we don't know what's happening with him. When you couple that with the fact that Brandon Williams he could be used on the right hand side, but he's getting used on the left because of a lack of depth in that position as well. I think we need a better backup right back as well behind Wan-Bissaka, not to push him out of the team, but just as a backup choice. My personal opinion. And then, of course, the obvious problem of a right winger and a centre back. The Van der Beek signing was great. I like him, but if I have to put my personal feelings aside, it's a weird signing because we have 6 or 7 midfielders. And to add one in that mix when we don't have a right winger and we don't have a centre back that we can all agree on at the moment as United fans definitely deserves to be at the club. It's a bit weird, so I don't know. Let's tell us deal in the coming days. We will see how legit the links to him are and whether or not Manchester United can close out this deal. We've obviously missed out on Reguilon and he's gone to Spurs. And it will be interesting to see where our transfer window goes from here, because if we miss out on Alex Telles, we missed out on Reguilon, we missed out on Gabriel Magalhaes to Arsenal, even though we didn't formally make a contact with Lille for Gabriel Magalhaes. It was very obvious that Manchester United were interested in him and just didn't act in time because, for whatever reason, maybe they wanted to save money, maybe they didn't think he was worth it, or maybe they were just too busy trying to negotiate the Sancho deal. I don't know. It will be yet another blow, and if we don't get Jadon Sancho, for me that is the knockout blow, and I don't know where to go with this team anymore after losing 3-1 to Crystal Palace. Man, that's difficult. Anyways, that has been your TripleM transfer talk. Hope you enjoyed that. And as usual, enjoy the rest of your day/evening. And stay safe. Peace out.